As the majority of extreme performance summer tires evolve in the pursuit of faster lap times, they're becoming less and less civilized on the street. Max performance summer tires have good on-road manners and they're very capable in the dry, but they're designed as street tires, so they're not really intended to cope with the rigors of track use. That leaves a gap in the market for a tire that's track-worthy, but also relatively refined on the road.
The Bridgestone Potenza RE11 was introduced nearly a decade ago, and as the extreme performance tire landscape evolved around it, it naturally settled into the niche between the upper echelon of extreme performance and max performance. Now that the Potenza RE11 has finally been discontinued, Bridgestone has unveiled their new Potenza S007A, a tire the company claims fills those big shoes and brings with it the advances of modern tire technology. To see how the Potenza S007A fits in Bridgestone's performance summer tire lineup, we decided to compare it to the extreme performance Potenza RE71R and the max performance Potenza S04 pole position. Let's see what we found out. On the road, the Potenza S04 pole position delivers a nice blend of performance and refinement. The ride is firm and controlled, and tire noise over most surfaces is subdued and typically blends into a broad white noise. The steering is direct and linear with a satisfying buildup of effort. The Potenza S007A also has a nicely controlled ride and feels more stiffly sprung, making impacts more noticeable. Generally, sound quality is comparable to the Potenza S04 pole position, if just a little louder, but over grooved concrete, the Potenza S007A creates considerable noise. The steering is very urgent and responsive, which, combined with the general lack of feel or feedback, requires some adjustment to get used to. The ride of the Potenza RE71R is very stiff, communicating every road imperfection directly to the driver, and tread noise is intrusive, with volume and tone varying based on the surface. Steering and light handling are exactly what we want from a performance tire, with an excellent blend of precision, effort, and feedback. The Potenza RE71R is always impressive in the dry, thanks to precise handling that allows exact placement through corners and amazing grip, whether accelerating, braking, or turning. The Potenza S007A is a small step back in terms of traction and lap times, with a very different personality. The fast reflexes make the vehicle feel light on its feet, and combined with a light steering effort means a delicate touch is the best way to maximize performance. With less outright traction to work with, the Potenza S04 pole position helps make up for that deficit with great balance and an easy-to-drive nature that encourages drivers to exploit the tire's full potential. Wet grip is another area the Potenza RE71R excels, as evidenced by a top finish in all of our wet objective tests. The Potenza S04 pole position once again feels friendly and easy to drive, quickly building driver confidence and turning smooth, consistent laps. It likely would never be noticed during normal street driving, but when pushed, the Potenza S007A has an imbalance in performance that holds it back somewhat around our track. The primary area of concern is longitudinal traction that doesn't meet the expectations set by relatively strong lateral grip, making it difficult to properly judge braking zones and then modulate wheel spin when exiting a corner. The Bridgestone Potenza RE71R is a highly focused product that's ideally suited for performance driving on the street or the track. Comfort and refinement suffer, though, with intrusive noise and a harsh ride. The Bridgestone Potenza S04 pole position presents a nice balance of traits, with satisfying on-road refinement and an easy-to-drive nature in dry and wet track testing that helps overcome lower levels of outright grip. The Bridgestone Potenza S007A fits nicely between the other two products on the road and the dry track, with strong grip, alert and responsive handling, and a firm ride. Wet traction is enough to meet drivers' needs on the road, but is a definite third of three in this group.
As we compare tires side by side, we find each one has its own personality. It's not as easy as simply choosing between good and bad. So as you view our test results, it's important to focus on your priorities and what fits best with how, where, and what you drive. And also be sure to go to TireRack.com to read our full test report and learn more about the tires featured in this test.